I'm telling y'all, the femininity in these men is just astounding and disgusting. Tyrese want to sue Home Depot, child, because he need the money. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's the beef for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And I want to talk about this Tyrese dude. You know, ever since he cried online that time, originally I felt a little bad for him. But then I realized that Tyrese is just a crybaby and very feminine. And I don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't like it. These are the same black men who would get up there and say, oh, they trying to feminize black men, or they trying to make black men look like this, look like that. And then they go and do stuff like this.
What more do you want from me? Oh my God.
I mean, it's just truly disgusting. So let me give y'all the little gist of it before I let y'all hear the video. So basically, Tyrese decides to go into Home Depot. Allegedly, this was his story. He went into Home Depot with two of his workers. No shade, but they look like the Mexicans that you could catch at Home Depot. I'm not even being racist or nothing. I'm just saying that's what it looked like. But he goes up in there with the two people, allegedly. And then he goes out and sit back in the car. When he goes sit in the car, he left his credit card with one of the workers. So they buy a whole bunch of things. The workers get ready to swipe the card. And the young lady at the register, who is doing her job, by the way, literally says, okay, hey, I need to see ID before you swipe this credit card. Because let me just say this, and this ain't got nothing to do with racism. This is just reality. If I see a Mexican dude come in with a card that say Tyrese, I want to see ID too. Say what I said. And anyway, that is not even for her protection. It's for yours. But I digress. Tyrese didn't decide to call this lady on FaceTime to harass her, to tell her that basically she's not doing her job and she's being unfair to him. You know, crying like he always do, like a little biatch. You know what I mean? And it was just giving like, I see why you ain't got no woman. I see why women leave you all the time. You just real soft. You know what I mean? But let me let y'all see the video and I'm going to come right back with some commentary.
I just walked. I was just in your store, ma'am. If you're going to talk to your manager, tell your manager the truth. I was just in the store and I gave my guys my credit card in front of your staff and team member and I walked off. Don't say that I'm not there with no ID. You can pull up the cameras. I was there 5 minutes ago. This is completely unnecessary, what you're doing right now. I'm not answering what?
Do you have a pro account?
Ma'am, should I have the CEO of Home Depot to call you tomorrow? Because he's my neighbor. He's my neighbor in Atlanta. You want me to get the CEO of Home Depot to call you and tell you that this is unnecessary, what you're doing?
Yeah, my manager said that's fine.
Okay, tell your manager I was just in the store. Do you want to tell him that part?
He can hear you.
Okay, manager, what is his name?
Carlos?
Carlos. What's his last name?
That's not necessary.
What?
You work in Home Depot. You work in a public place. You're asking me for my first and last name. I'm giving it to you, Tyrese Gibson. And those guys are my designers and builders. And I was just in your store 5 minutes ago. And you're on the phone with me asking for ID and you're talking to the ID. I was just in your store. I understand policy, but you know you're being extra right now.
Your physical ID.
Excuse me?
Credit card.
This is Tyrese Gibson. I was just in your store.
Store policy.
Okay, what is his last name? Store policy.
I'm not.
Okay, what is your name? What is your name?
My name's Melly.
Aurelie?
Yep, Carly.
And what's your last name?
I'm not giving you my last name.
I've never heard that before.
Okay, I like your bangs. You have a good night.
You as well.
All right, Karen.
I'll go back. I'll go back.
Okay, Karen, take care.
I take a picture when I'm out of the car.
Thanks, Karen. What time do they close, Manuel?
What time? Excuse me. What time you close the store? What time you close the store? 10 o'clock.
I'll be on my way.
So you guys just saw that interaction, and he thought identification was him calling on FaceTime to say he was who he was. Listen, this is the thing. It's a level of doggone celebrity entitlement that I really do not like. Because if you were that close to the store, why not just come back to the store with your ID? But no, you feel like you, Tyrese, gets a pass because you're Tyrese, and you don't. And he had the nerve to walk up in this store. Do you hear me? Walk up in this store to confront this young lady as if she was a man. Cause see, this is the thing. You can tell men who weren't raised by men, who were raised by single women, because they don't understand what real manhood is. You never approach a lady as a man. You never do that. And you never have a one-on-one confrontation or conversation without a man present. And you can see that's probably why this man right here came forward and said something or stood there or whatever, because this is just very unbecoming of a so-called man. So he's going in there to confront this lady, saying that, hey, I've been shopping here for 10 years and and I've never had an issue. My people been working with me for 10 years. Why is it all of a sudden an issue now? I don't understand the protocol. What's the protocol? The protocol is, you milk dud head bastard. The protocol is, whenever you have a credit card, debit card, or any sort of card, you need to present identification that matches the name on that card. But see, he knows this. He's just looking for a reason to sue because he got to pay his baby mama / ex-wife all that money, and he ain't got it. Let's talk about it. See, y'all be thinking because these people celebrities and be on your TVs, they got money. They ain't got it. Let me let y'all listen to some of this interaction, because it really got under my skin. Like, it truly got under my skin how he was basically bashing this girl and harassing this girl for following protocol. Like, girl, if I was that girl, I would have walked off. But let me let y'all hear it.
After 10 years of coming to this place with the same guys, swiping for way bigger amounts, and this is like the smallest transaction they've done. Make me understand in 10 years why no one has ever asked for ID. You don't know? And you work here, and you're the supervisor. You're the cashier supervisor, which means that when everybody do all the shopping, they got to come see you before they swipe their card, along with the rest of your team that are cashiers, right? Because if it's a policy, then everybody should be living up to the policy, right? So make me understand after 10 years why this just happened for the first time without a pro account. I've not been to the store.
Do you guys see how feminine and effeminate this is? First of all, if I was the girl, I would have said, sir, I did not work here for 10 years. However, as the current cashier supervisor, I do not know why others aren't following protocol, but we will do some retraining so that they can. However, at this moment, that is the policy. You need to be present when your card is swiped. That's what I would have told them. Because see, I used to work in retail. I used to work in restaurant industries. Girl, I know all about all of this. See, this is the thing. You a black man. You going in here to confront this woman. This, I don't know if she clear or Latina clear. I don't know who she is or what she is. But see, if this would have turned left and they'd have jumped on your ass, the men around there, then you would have been crying. He really would have been crying the way he cries all the time. And it's just giving effeminate. And I understand why women don't stick around with you, bro. Because you real effeminate. Like, you the type of dude that complain every time they go to the restaurant, you know, about the food and about the service. Like, you them type of people I don't want nothing to do with. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you really took your time out to get on FaceTime. If you say you live down the street and the neighbor is the CEO and all of that, you see, that's how you call cap. If your neighbor is Home Depot CEO and all of this, why you ain't just get the neighbor on the line? Why you ain't just get the neighbor on the line? Because guess what? When you try to threaten them with that, the girl said, okay, that's fine. Even the manager on the phone did. And it's just like, it's a sense of entitlement that I don't like. And first of all, black men got way bigger fish to fry than doggone going down to Home Depot and trying to sue them because they don't want to swipe your card without you present. You're not going to win that, sir. You're not going to win that. And there's no basis of saying that is racism. None at all. And listen, let's be clear. He has that lawsuit that he's got to pay. Not lawsuit. Yeah, well, it's kind of a lawsuit with the child support that he has to pay right now. Remember, the judge told him that he got to pay all that child support that was in the arrears. I want to believe it was like $600 and something thousand. He still got to pay that. And apparently he don't have it because he ain't paid it yet. You know what I mean? And then this fool had the nerve to call on Benjamin Crump and all these civil rights leaders to come down to the courthouse to stand with him from the injustice that he claims was happening from a racist judge. Because he tells this girl in this video, I don't use the race card. That ain't what I do. Yes, you do. You did it at court when them people made you pay all that money back. Like, I just don't get this. And these are the same men, I kid you not, these are the same men who will get up here and basically be like, they trying to make black men look feminine. They trying to make black men look like this. Da, 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 da. Bro, you are a simp. You are a wimp. And you could tell you ain't never had a fight before in your life. And it's just like, it's giving nothing masculine. Let me say this too. I am of the belief, after looking around at all these things that I'm seeing these black men do, they either put something in them shots, they either putting something in y'all food. I don't know what it is they are putting in black men that are making them so feminine. These dudes don't want to build nothing. These dudes don't want to do nothing. All they want to do is get on podcasts and talk about black women. They can't do nothing without black women, yet they shame and tarnish black women. And it's just giving like, can you even change a tire, dude? Like, this video pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. This video pissed me off. And I hope that as soon as you bring this down there to the courthouse, they throw this shit out. They throw it out. He has a little more that he was going in on. And I guess the manager who was on the phone when the girl was on FaceTime with Tyrese, I guess the manager decided to come up and have a conversation with Tyrese because Tyrese was over there badgering this girl. I would have called 911. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have called 911, but I'm going to let y'all hear it and hear how he's over here trying to explain himself and basically how he's going to use the race card that he claims he never used. Let me let y'all hear it.
I walked up to this gentleman. I grabbed 2 candy bars.
Got it.
He scanned it, and I said, hey, man, they're going to finish the rest of the transaction. They got my credit card, and I left.
Okay.
I did not pay for my 2 candy bars.
But you left your credit card to the person?
With them. I was just here with them, and this man just seen me. He scanned, hold on, let me finish. He scanned my 2 candy bars. I looked him in his face. They were finishing up the transaction, and I walked out of your store with 2 candy bars, no ID, and I didn't swipe my card to pay for it. And he let me leave. So then, as I left, sir, they're now here to finish the transaction because irregardless of who I am, I don't like getting attention. And I just started seeing people looking, and I was like, let me go ahead and work my way out. They've been coming here and working with me. They work with me. I don't treat anybody less than. I treat everybody with respect. They've been working with me for 10 years. I have not been in this store in probably 6 years. So I'm asking the supervisor, who won't give me her last name, what is the store policy that you have in place that you're supposed to implement where I'm able to scan 2 candy bars and walk outside without my ID and without paying for it? And he let me leave. And I'm calling you on FaceTime to say if you have an ID problem and I don't have a pro account, you're looking at me on FaceTime and I'm telling you it's me. And then you're saying the policy is I gotta come in here and show my ID. So why did your coworker let me leave with 2 candy bars with no ID and I didn't swipe a credit card? If that's your policy, that's what I'm asking. If that's your policy, I'm asking you. I don't work here. I'm asking you, what is your policy? This is a reflection of you. Because you're the cashier supervisor, and then you called your boss to get to the bottom of what's happening. So I'm asking you, as the boss of the cashiers, why did somebody on your team and staff look at me, grab the scanner out of my hand? It was over here. We gave it to him. He was like, hey, man, here. He reached over the wood and the doors and went bloop, bloop, bloop. And I said, hey, man, they going to take care of the transaction. They got it. I'm out. You're being a racist. And that's the truth. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And you know you got that racist energy all over you because you're not even willing to apologize, fix it, and point out the inconsistencies of what you know and your training and what the policies are. You're wrong. You're wrong, and I want your full name, and I'm gonna reach out to the people who own this place, who is the CEO of Home Depot is my neighbor in Atlanta. Okay? So you don't have to give me your name. I'll figure it out. This is wrong. And people should not be treated this way. And if you got a policy and you reflect the policy of this place, then the policy should be consistent with everybody that works here. Okay? You don't care, right? Because you don't. He cares. That's why he came out. You're wrong. And I came here to tell you you're wrong, and you're not even willing to apologize. Your co-star and co-worker seen me, identified me without ID. He was like, all right, cool. I said, yo, man, they gonna take care of everything. I gave him my credit card, and I walked out. Is that the policy?
Let me just say this. He had the right person at that register just then. Because, girl, I would have rung him up. I would have rawed him out in that doggone Home Depot. Now, this is the first thing I want to point out. He's over there saying, well, I scanned 2 candy bars and I walked out. Your homeboy over here, he scanned me and I told him they're going to handle the transaction. Is that policy? No, sir, it's not policy. No, sir, it is not. He should not have done that, number one, because no customer is to leave the store without paying for their items, number one. Number two, she was not the one scanning you out. I don't know how they went from this man to you being the person that's cashing them out, but whatever the case may be, she did not see you walk in and out. So if she did not see you, why is she now being held to the fire for doing her job saying, I need to see ID from a Mexican man with a card that say Tyrese Gibson? Like, make it make sense. And then he want, what's your last name? What's your last name? That lady said, I'm not giving you my last name. And she shouldn't. Now, you claim the CEO is your neighbor. Go talk to the CEO. Like, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything wrong. Like, I just don't understand this. And then it's so funny because this poor girl got to take this public lashing and you asking her for her last name while you all on film with this BS. I wouldn't have gave you my last name neither. And then he want to tell her, and you're not having any consistencies, and you're not explaining any consistencies in the store. Blah 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 blah. This is a reflection of you. No, sir. You up here pussy popping and bitching is a reflection of you. That is what this is. This is a reflection of you, not her. She's doing her job. You're the one coming in with nothing else to do because you must be apparently you ain't working nowhere. That's why you able to sit at home on FaceTime and come in the store and bitch about a doggone transaction. And then let me say this too, because I have an account with Home Depot and I have an account with Lowe's because I own a home and I buy things from those places all the time. How in the hell you ain't got a pro account, and I got a pro account? You claim you've been there for 10 years, you've been spending all of this money, but you ain't got no pro account? Tyrese, go lay down somewhere. Go write a script. Go start a podcast. No, don't start a podcast because we don't need to hear that crying BS all the time. Like, go do something with your life, bro. You real life egg, and it's just disgusting. And it was worse is I love your music as an artist. Listen, his artistry is next level, top tier. But he's such a bitch ass nigga. It kind of like. It turns me off from the music, bro. Like, I hate that we know these celebrities now. I loved when there was a mystery around who these people were behind the scenes. But the fact that we get to see them is just ill. It just drives me up. You know what I mean? But he's over there in Home Depot giving this girl a thrashing and a lashing that he gets from, the clear people that pulls his strings, because he ain't nothing but a puppet just like everybody else. And instead of him, just like I said in all my other videos, instead of him taking that anger and aggression out on the people that's pulling his strings, instead of him pulling that aggression out or putting that aggression out on the people that's literally beating him in Hollywood, what does he do? Go down to the Home Depot and put it all on this girl. She better than me. I'd have called the police on him. I wouldn't have did. Girl, you think I would have let Tyrese come in there talking to me crazy? I would have called 911 because this is what we know niggas' kryptonite is. The boys in blue. The white man in the blue uniform. That's their kryptonite. Oh, they running. I would have said, sir, you got 2 seconds to get out my store and I'm calling 911. I wouldn't have went back and forth with no Tyrese. And I feel bad because the manager is starstruck, it looks like, and he didn't even take up for the girl as he should have, how he had that energy on the phone. Talking about, oh, I didn't know he was in here. It don't matter. She did not see him. She personally did not see him. And even if she saw him, it's still protocol to ask for ID with doggone credit cards and debit cards. That's just the thing. That's just what it is. Then he want to tell her, and you won't apologize, won't you? Because you're racist. You have all that racist energy all over you. You're just racist. I can feel it. If I was that girl, hey, young lady, I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but let me give you $1 million worth of game like Gilly and them. The fact that he came in with no account and with no proof and called you a racist and then put it online and got everybody online, probably, I'm going to say it for lawsuit purposes, got everybody online thinking that you're a racist when you don't have a racist bone in your body. As he said, girl, sue his ass. Sue him, girl. I'm pretty sure there's a lawyer somewhere in Atlanta who ain't got nothing to do with take your case on pro bono just to say they want a case against Tyrese. Sue him, girl. Sue him for defamation. Sue his ass for defamation of character. See, he don't like the white man in the blue uniform and he don't like the white man in the black robe. None of them do. None of them do. Sue his ass. I would sue him so good. Oh, girl. I would take him for whatever left of Benny Hannes in his doggone house. Do you hear me? Sue him. That's what I would do. But girl, this just blew me. I wanted to let y'all see this girl and see how these black men who claim they so effeminate or being feminized in the media are feminizing them damn selves. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see y'all who's later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.